Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa. Today is Monday, September the 8th, 2025. Yes, we're almost out of this year. The current time is 12:36 p.m., and that is Central Time. We are going to definitely get into some trending topics and some trending stories, but we definitely have to bring to you this story. Hugo Hernandez-Mendez, who is the man charged in Dacara Thompson's murder. Okay, now there was a young woman that was deleted. She was 19 years old. So here's the brief. Hugo Hernandez-Mendez, he's 35 and is charged in the murder of missing teen Dacara Thompson. Police link Hernandez-Mendez to a Bowie home where they say Thompson was unalived. The suspect is being held without bond. Now get into this. Hugo Hernandez-Mendez, 35, has been arrested and charged in the killing of 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. Authorities announced Friday during a news conference. Here's what we need to know about Hugo Hernandez-Mendez. Thompson was reported missing on August 23rd, one day after she was last seen at a gas station in Lanham. Surveillance footage shows her approaching a black SUV in the early morning hours, speaking with the driver, and then getting into the vehicle. The SUV was later traced to a home in the 12,000 block of Kembridge Drive in Bowie, police said. Detectives searched the residence on September the 4th. Oh my God, that was 4 days ago, and say they found evidence indicating Thompson was murdered in a bedroom inside the home. Hernandez-Mendez, who lives at the address and had access to the SUV, was taken into custody shortly after. Investigators are still working to determine whether Hernandez-Mendez and Thompson knew each other prior to her disappearance. Hernandez-Mendez is charged with first and second degree murder and is held without bond by the Department of Corrections. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirms he is in the country illegally. His bond hearing is set for today. So actually, we'll go ahead and see if we could find any information on his bond hearing, or see if we have a video. See if we can find a video of his bond hearing, because I would love to know what's happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into this reading. Hey, LaDon, how are you? Good to see you, girly. Yes, all right. So let's go ahead and pull this story up. Well, actually, we're going to pull up a reading. And this is Dacara Thompson. This reading is being provided by Alexis K. Tyler. Her link is definitely in the description of this video. So make sure you go ahead and hit it and check her out. Let's get into it.
She was visiting her father. It kind of makes me wonder, was her mother having problems with her? She left the house, I think y'all correct me, around 10 o'clock at night, told her daddy. So I don't know if she grew up with him, but they said she was visiting, so she clearly didn't live with him her whole life. Wonder whether the parents separated, divorced, or something. She told her father she was leaving out at 10 o'clock at night. to get gas. Okay. The police found footage 3 hours later, around 1 o'clock in the morning, saw her getting out of her truck. She wasn't drugged. She was by herself, just calmly strolling. She turns around, goes back to it, clicks, checking on the security or relock the door. She put a switch up. You see a flash. And then she turns and walks away calmly. She's not running, not looking around, very relaxed in an area they say is the crime is higher than it is where her father lives. I think Prince George's County is supposed to be like an affluent area for Blacks, a wealthy area, big houses. Or I don't know if that's the whole Prince George's County or if it's broken up. I don't know that area. If you all know the area, you can let me know. Also, I've been talking about prostitutes. I said how I love and respect prostitutes. And they are just like Pambajira and Ishu, which wear a lot of black and red. They are the protectors of the prostitute and the transsexual. And I saw a lot of them being murdered in Atlanta. I saw that spirit moving through the United States. I was warning prostitutes. Now, I'm not calling the girl a prostitute, but I'm telling you, she was exchanging sex for money. Now, I don't, I'm not saying she do that full time. They said she's a student, got some kind of scholarship or something, very intelligent. So I share two parents. This is not something she had to do. I guess it's something she felt like she had to do. She had talked to this man on that phone. That's what she told me. I had seen it. She had talked to several men on some kind of app or was soliciting. There was 3 people involved here, not on the killer side. There's another girl around her age, one a little bit older, look like she called herself pimping or helping people undercover get hookups, have sex with men. She wasn't out there alone. There was 2 other women and a close girlfriend of hers do the same kind of shit on the low, and people still consider them wholesome girls because they go to school, keep their grades up, they quiet, and she's a pretty girl. I had told y'all these women were trapped underground and trapped in these houses and being tortured. They were going to start coming out dead bodies as well as, women that are not dead. She told me, and I talked to that killer in the mind, Hugo Hernandez. There are other ones that he did not murder. There's an underground sex trafficking ring and torture ring where some of these black women is locked up in these basements or in these dungeons and being traded around and sold in and out of here, United States, Mexico, El Salvador, overseas. Now, I know a lot of those people are very race crazy, El Salvador. So I wonder, why would she be fucking with one of them? That's what I guess she underestimated him and looked at him as a trick. And the way he came off on her and very cool around black people, guess she felt like, she just gonna run this trick on him and get this money. But shit, it's just like that old Aretha Franklin song, Who's Zooming Who? She should have looked a little bit closer to see that's a bona fide certified killer right there, a sociopath, a psychopath, and who is a part of a very vicious, very violent gang inside of Homeland and ICE. And there's a separate agency over those killers that allow them to move around in the United States in a group undocumented because they have them doing dirty shit for them. See, it's just they knew that he has a propensity to kill. He is a serial killer, a sociopath and a psychopath, and this was done to him wherever he came from. El Salvador, very violent, in and out of jail. This is shit. He's a hit man. And he'd been raped and beat up and tortured, and they've been taught to torture. I'm telling you, them El Salvadorans, baby, you don't want to play with them. I wouldn't even sold no pussy to him. I wouldn't even said hello to him or had a goddamn glass of water. from him in a room full of 1,000 goddamn it people. You can see that shit on this motherfucking dirty ass nigga. They know that shit, but they let him. This is Chucky, goddamn it. And we close to Halloween. They let him hunt. They let him cook. They let him play. There's a whole bunch of group of them that were willing to trade that shit off and let him do that to them black girls over there. And let him be here as an undocumented worker. It's a spy crew. And it's a fucking kill crew. They had another job that the government let them come over here and do that shit undercover. Now they're going to deny any type associated with it, or we don't know. They had just released this dirty nigga up there out in public. Now they done, I think, put some type of hold or ice and put some kind of restriction on the motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you, they let him out and they let him do that shit. They let him do, but still, this is what I'm trying to say. She did not put herself, because this shit can still happen to you if you don't put yourself in that position. She did not put herself in that position by going to get no gas. I'm telling you, she told her daddy that she was going to get some gas, then deviated and went and sold some pussy. Well, I don't care what nobody say. You feel what you feel. This is fucked up, and it don't matter how much dick she sucked. It don't matter how much pussy she sell. She did not deserve to be murdered. That's a separate issue to me. Her selling pussy, I don't give a fuck about that shit. What I don't like is that whoever knew about it, and they knew about it. She had friends, girlfriends that were knew about it, and a nigga and an older woman knew about it as some kind of undercover agency, a clique she was associated with. I don't care about that part. That does not justify her being beat up and murdered. And from what she told me, she was still breathing, but almost comatose when he took her out that house and throw that girl, and she ain't that big, throw it over a goddamn bridge. I mean, so everything was broke all up. I've seen a couple he washed, but he don't wash all of them, put them in water. He have them and break their neck and have them spent, and some of them look different. Where he was from, it was a different group of them, but he's attracted to black women who like a certain type. Look at the pictures of the ones that are missing up there, and you will see they have a similar look, a complexion, a size, a hair. She's a really pretty girl. They have their features are similar and shit, because the nigga is a fucking sociopath, psychopath, serial killer like Ted Bundy and the others. He always, go look at his type. They always have a type. Then I see a baby involved with one of them, but all of them ain't hit the ground. The bodies ain't dropped. You'll see them near water. You'll see them in water. You'll see them in wooded area, and some of them you ain't gonna see because they being trafficked around on the low and drugged, or having their body stuffed. She comes up as the Empress, so he was looking at her and found her sexually attractive. He wanted to fuck her. Because the Empress, the Ten of Swords here, and he knew once the sexual attraction was over and he did that and beat her, he was going to murder her. See, there's third party here. You see, she comes up as the Empress, and she is that Ten of Swords. And then there's a Three of Swords. So there's a third person involved here, which tells me there was somebody with him that night, and a female was in there too. You couldn't see in the back, tied up, a hog tied, had her goddamn it ass up in there. And then she looked at this as a money opportunity and kind of sowing her seeds to see, can I work and hustle and get my money? And so she just come up as a Three of Pentacles. So see, that tells me somebody else was there with them and encouraged her to do this for money. She was networking for money and opportunity. And then this is what he does. Dump her motherfucking ass like some trash and some goddamn water. And if somebody else is a child, I wonder, do he have children? Who else live in that house? Because the nigga was in there in a rooming house. That wasn't even his house. Nigga renting a room down there, and he worked with the goddamn feds. See, and an old friend was with him too, and they were getting news on them. They got some kind of special phone and text, but they said, I wonder, have they found her phone yet? He was with an old friend helping him do this in that house where he rent that room out in that house, and got her in there. She thinking, I'm just going to fuck right quick, suck his dick. This ain't going to take me long. And then he jumped, hemmed her up in there, and turned very, very violent on her, flipped upside down, started beating her ass, and she could not get out of there. And he wasn't gonna give her any money. Rushed up on her like he want her. Let's go, let's fuck. And she got in the truck. Now see, this is another thing that bothers me. If you ain't out in the devil hour after midnight, you left the house at 10, they see you walking at 1 o'clock, you get out your truck, you lock your truck, you didn't call, you didn't go home, don't take you long to get gas. But then she was not kicked, beat up, he didn't get out, nobody get out and forced her into a truck. She was not kidnapped. Why did she get in that motherfucker truck? You see what I'm saying? Without any force, she walked to that truck, got in there herself. Now, this is a double hangman. I have never seen this before. Double hangman and death. She was going to die that night, baby, playing with him, fucking with him, and he had been spying on her and watching her. So there must have been social media as well as her talking on that phone. It's about 3 men involved here, and they're all very violent. And then there's a Queen of Pentacles, which is a mother, an older woman in here, and an old friend. So I mean, she had someone on her side that knew where she was, know what she was doing, but her dad and mama didn't know. The mother could have known. Maybe that's why she's with the dad. I'm really wondering about the relationship with the mama. And they on there taking up for and devastating. And hey, of course they supposed to be taking up for. That's a young, beautiful girl, still getting her education. She was slick, fucking men on the side, like hooking up, selling pussy. Who would want their daughter to be known as dead and she's physically dead? And she wasn't going to tell you. If she was still alive, she wasn't going to speak for herself. She didn't want you to know. But it looked bad because that's how she died. Meeting someone she did not know, didn't do no background. She should have had a pimp or somebody follow her over there, a girlfriend follow her over there. She went over there alone. That's what gets me. You out getting gas at 10. It's after 1 a.m. in the morning. They see you locking your truck, walking off, and then she voluntarily gets in that car by herself. She willingly gets in there, and there's a woman getting money off of this situation she's doing too. So I wonder, who did she give somebody a cut to turn her onto these jobs, and why didn't they go with her when the King of Pentacles is here?
Y'all make sure y'all are liking, sharing, and subscribing. Fair use. This is actually Alexis K. Tyler. We did put her description in the chat, in the description. Her Cash App is $GOD9XXX, I believe. But if you just click her link in the description and go over there, she has everything posted up like on her recent videos. You said this is the case of when selling coochie goes wrong. And you know what? A lot of people be playing this song by Sukihana. I'm selling coochie. I'm selling coochie. I mean, the area that we are in and the time that we are in nowadays, people are just, this time, people are just so out with their business. Like back in the day, you had like some type of discretion. I know when I was out there in the field and things like that, I didn't want to be known as a hoe. I just had to do what I had to do, but it wasn't like it was a big old title that I was just so happy to have. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just out there doing what I had to do. 50 years of feminism and women still dying on the blade. talk about it. It's a lot. And a lot of people are looking over this. They are not looking at the bigger picture. The evidence is right here in front of us. That man looked like he buys. That man looked like he parties a little bit. That man looked like he's done lived somewhat of a, he know what the struggle is and he know how to get out there and get it. You see what I'm saying? But when you talk about Dacara she wasn't raised like that. I guess she was in a prestige, upscale, neighborhood, family. But that's usually where all that goes on at, because, you got the cool kids that want to, hang out with with the less fortunate. It seems like, and I'm going to be honest, the rich kids, they felt like the less fortunate, and it wasn't like a braggadocious thing, but they had more the love, and they were just more real. I mean, it was just a difference in, you don't have to be buttoned up all the time, if that makes sense. Let's get into it.
This is somebody that's over gangs, that has a lot of money, that's very powerful, that people fear. I wonder, is it him or somebody that he works for is also Sagittarius? Here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn involved. Someone very powerful, very, very feared. She was just looking for some money and looking for opportunity. They were lovers, showing they had sex, but within the sex, that's when the fighting, the ambush, and there was about 5 people involved here. She thought she was strong enough to endure this and overpower, but not once he got it. And now it shows the 10 of swords again. And it was around new beginnings, sex, and opportunities. This is what she thought that this was going to be, and it wasn't. She was not looking at this situation very well. Oh, well, this motherfucker want to fuck me. Let me get this over real quick. I can handle this, and I'm going to go home. Whoa, boy, when you get in his house, she said you can smell the death, because it is, and it keeps showing the levels. He wanted to fuck her real bad, but he likes to fuck and be violent. Fuck them, get them down naked, start beating them in the head and the face. Maybe he's thinking that with him throwing over the bridge, you won't be able to tell about what was the cause of death, because the fall wasn't the cause of death. This girl was half dead and halfway comatose when he took out there and throwed her. She said that she was still alive and she was imprisoned against her will. He jammed her up in there, and somebody else heard and watched it. They watched that shit and then say nothing. He stalked her out, lied. He got worked for 2 camps here. He worked for legal and illegal side, and they let him drove her down, act like everything was cool, jammed her in there. She couldn't get out, and he wanted to fuck her real bad. Fucked her, beat her while he was doing. She bleeding like I'm talking about blood every goddamn well. Blood, tissues, hair. Where he busted, hit in the face, start hitting her with his fist to the point skin start tearing apart, tearing open. Oh my God. Then he drove her. Had her bound up. She couldn't get out. When she has a lot of secrets, that's how this got to this here. Lying, telling secrets, and thinking that this is going to be come up for her opportunities, laying up with these goddamn men's up there. See, black men do dirty shit like this, yes, but why would she fuck with one of them? I don't know why she did not fucking know better than to fuck with one of them, but she think this was going to open up opportunities and open up the world to her. But what go up must come down, baby. When you dealing with the world, That's many times that means closing of cycles. And he had an obsession with this girl. He has an obsession with doing things like this. I wonder, was he high? So it means he's into the drug world. And get this is a nasty, nasty combination here, because he's bound up by drugs and sex and bound her up. He wasn't finna let her go. She wasn't finna leave up out of there alive, because he's so upside down with this shit. And then what also bothers me, like I said, it's two men involved, and one of them might be law enforcement. See, there's law enforcement that follow him and watch him and let him, I'm telling you, let him do this shit that he doing, because they know it makes him happy. And they don't care about all these black bodies. But I see it's another serial killer in the Midwest. They got serial killers in every state. Serial killers in Atlanta, all the popular places. And a lot of times, what y'all don't know is some of these serial killers, they never get caught because they sanctioned by some form of law enforcement. And they leave them out because they do shit for them. They sell drugs and commit crimes for them. And undocumented ones, it's easier for them to move them in and out of the system because they are like ghosts. You don't see them. This man's either drunk or drug addict and got all type of health problems. And he enjoys doing this to women. It's so many up there in Baltimore. Not just there. I have told y'all this was going to come. I'm glad that it's coming out. He has, and he's showing us the second time I've shown it. He keep doing this right here. I'm praying, I'm calling their spirits up out the ground right now. The ones that are dead and hidden, but I see some that are alive, that are scared, and that are hiding. They can't call their mama. They can't go home because they've been told the house being watched and they're going to kill them. See, it's just like yesterday and the day before, I was looking at the prostitutes again that I had warned. And I'm telling you, if you're listening and you know some prostitutes in Atlanta, please warn them. They're getting ready to start killing them prostitutes, killing more of them. I already see dead bodies over there, Cleveland and Stewart Avenue, even out here, Stone Mountain, Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Rockdale County, even further down in there, Athens, Georgia, and going downtown Atlanta, and all the areas where the projects used to be, in Forsyth and Peter Street and Herner Home, Techwood, Bankhead, Bowen Home, all these areas where they supposedly renovated and basically ran over people, black, so-called black and Native American culture, black Indian culture, indigenous culture. It's like it's so many things, those titles, those labels are not real. You want to say, oh, you're African American, you're black. No, a lot of us are not African American. We're indigenous, native to this land. But because you look the same or have some of the same features, they'll tell you, or white folks tell you that's what you are and classify you. The classification is wrong. And the culture and the groups of so-called blacks are wrong and identified wrong. So you think all of you came from Africa. Many of us, and I know for a fact, my ancestors are indigenous to Georgia. I met some of them before they died. They look just like Indians with a dark tan or different mixtures or different colors or lighter Dutch, half white and half black, half Indians, half black. Where they try to say you're just black. These people don't know no better with the shit that they be motherfucking talking. What you say? Ravenous, don't tell me where I buy books. I'm not selling any books. I haven't released my books. Thank you, Oracle B. They do that thing just by taking your land. Girl, you was a child in Atlanta. Of course I was a child here. I'm from Atlanta with the Wayne Williams murder. And the shit's still going on. We know Wayne Williams ain't did that. He might have been gay. He might have been associated with it. He was a promoter. He helped young boys. But we already know Wayne Williams ain't killed all them boys. We know the KKK did that shit. And that's right, Nakima L. Yep, I got some Cherokee in there too from Georgia and down in there in Athens. And where the Dutch was also mixing with the blacks and Indians down there having plantation. South Georgia Creek, you see what I'm saying? So you see, a lot of y'all know who you are. And there's a lot of that going on down here. And I'm telling them, better watch these black prostitutes. And anybody that's Mexican or Latin or any type of Native American, you better watch it. They killing them too. You don't hear about these plantation murder. They have their own police and that the feds protect and cover and let that shit go on with them too. And that sex trafficking. Those are the ones that have a lot of powerful spirits in them earth spirits, the witch spirits of the woods, the fairies. They talking, they coming out from the other dimensions out of space now. If I can hear them real good. And I seen people like El Chapo's group, El Salvador, seeing Russian mob. It's another name of a mob I gotta look at that they not discussing. They look like white people, but they don't call themselves white. I don't know if they're Serbian mob. It's different other mob families that are tied into this, where they are taking over the areas where the black pimps, black prostitute, black drug dealers, and in these motels and shit. I told y'all I seen this early this year or last year happening. I looked above when then I started seeing a white looking prostitute with a white skin, black hair, black eyes. So it'd be some type of Latin prostitute. And they were out there in the areas where these blacks at now, but they're getting ready to run them off, kill them off, shoot them off. They're finna shoot these pimp. And I don't know what they're gonna do with these black prostitutes if they let be alive, maybe traffic them or send them to another area. They're gonna dominate certain areas. I looked above this white looking prostitute with black hair and I saw a female shooter. I saw a sniper downtown in Atlanta where these other gang families, they're now dominating the money and the drug. They're going to replace them with their own prostitute, with their own people, take over them hotels, a house. They already got a contract secretly with a group of Atlanta law enforcement. They cannot keep them out of the political structure because they have people that are politicians, police, different forms of law enforcement, work with ICE, work with Homeland, where they have anchored themselves in and they can't get rid of them. Trump know about this and they like got their own kill squads. So the prostitutes are too scared to move and get out of pocket. See, they not like a lot of them goddamn it black prostitutes. Talk that shit, run their mouth. I ain't sucking him, I ain't fucking him. I don't feel like I ain't going that air. See, they not gonna run their goddamn it mouth. They not gonna run off their fucking corner. They gonna do what they goddamn told and handle the other girls or she getting out of pocket. I want you to kill this bitch right in front of me right now. Boom, the bitch is dead. That's the end of it because she don't want that or they got babies of hers. They holding up. The mama's sick and shit. Mama might be in hospice and need all these hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. $1,000 a month just to get treatments and chemo and meds. So she hanging by a goddamn thread. So they know she ain't gonna get out of pocket. She gonna do what the fuck she saying, handle the other 20, 30 motherfucking girls that's coming in this motherfucking trap house over here and this safe house over here. And their shootings, whatever their rules are in-house. These are families. So they ain't worry about them calling police. And if you do, what the fuck they gonna do? Because they ass is on the take, or they don't know what the fuck you talking about, or they ain't gonna know by the time your ass finish writing a goddamn report. And then your ass gonna come up missing, or they might find your fucking mama up there 70 years old. Oh, she had an accident and fell, really? But her body's right here in the chair and her head is out the window on the ground? Oh, okay. See, this is the kind of shit I see. Come to a city near you. And it's already in Atlanta. These black prostitutes better watch themselves, and I keep saying this disease. They're going to deliberately get them up in their vagina, the vagina walls, the cervix, different forms of cancers. And they're going to pass and you're going to see a whole groups of people in Atlanta dropping like flies. And then it's going to look like, well, ain't nobody did nothing to them. They did it to themselves. And so I don't know what kind of protection these prostitutes are using. That's what I said the other day, because why would it be so easy to give them this, or a lot of men will pay extra to not have it, and then they sleeping with men, sleeping with transsexual. Already got something when they meet these women, and a lot of these women already got something when they meet them, because these women do dual roles. All these women ain't innocent. A lot of these women selling puss out there, got bowel problems, selling ass and throat with no rubber, so they already burning. They have something already wrong with them. They don't tell the men. The men got something. The men don't tell them. And they trafficking on the app, and then they doing these sex parties down here in Atlanta, and they ain't using no goddamn rubber and for the mouth, or they motherfucking pussy, or they motherfucking ass, or they hand. Goddamn it! I mean, this is so there you getting these mutated. Thank you, Kim. Mutated strains, and I'm telling you, these are some of the people on the planet that are the most spiritual, the prostitutes. Real Oracle Pam. And these are the ones that will go down faster, because they are holding the sins of the world in their hand and in their ass. They're absorbing these things through spiritual sex. They're the spiritual sexual prostitute. They're the temple prostitute. See, people want to look down on them and say they're nothing to nobody, but many of these women are sacred, and they have not embraced their calling, or they will beat up and abuse and, put out on the street to survive. All the ones of color, that's what I'm saying, Latin, Mexican, black, half white, Native American, half black, half white, half black, half Mexican, Latin. All those are the keepers of the world. They are the gatekeepers. Their pelvis and their uterus and the ovaries are the keepers of the world, and they have been heavily bound. Now, that's what the older mothers are telling me, that are down now in the ethers. They're holding the weight of the world and the sins of the world through sex, transmutation of sex, magic, but they told you filthy, you're nothing, you're a prostitute, and you ain't shit. But all the heavyweights come and lay with the black prostitute, with the prostitute of color that has all the answers in her ass, and now she's flipped upside down, and she will die if she doesn't know her power and starts to flip it around. These women need to get in groups to protect themselves, or death is on their door right now. Death is on their door right now. The sacred prostitute. And that's what she's telling to me. They need to set their altars up and start doing their spiritual cleansing, their spiritual protection, and calling their ancestors, because these prostitutes will die. And a lot of them are very, very gifted and spiritual. That's why they've been prostitutes so long, have not been murdered. But they are not doing this in order. They're not doing the sexual practices in order. They should get their health care. They should use their protection. They need their spiritual protection. But they, like I said, they're going to be wiped out by a higher level of syndicate and organized crime, family. It's already done. The contract been made with the politicians and law enforcement. It's done. So they either go somewhere else, or they keep going out there like they do, and they're dead. They're walking dead. Their protection, their family, their pimps are dead. And if they keep some of them, they're going to have to go along with the rules of the new syndicate. They're going to have to be runners and workers for the syndicate, and a lot of it will be drug muling and drug trafficking, as well as sexual, but not so much, because they have their own groups of women and bringing in a new group, racial, ethnic group of them that don't want the black women around. She said, buying down the cereal. Folks, I don't understand what are you saying, how you saying it. I don't know anything. I don't really get what you're saying, and the words you're putting together, I don't get it. About binding down cereal, folks, I don't know what that means. You said these politicians sick. I don't vote for nobody. Well, yeah, Belinda, because they are put in place to have the system the way that it is, so that you see, you don't see, you know, you don't know, you hear, you don't hear, like the three blind mice, until the system falls, and it's getting ready to fall where? Into the hands of AI. Well, a lot of these people cannot focus and make that anyway. Yep, you were here before any white folks was here. I want to briefly drop that about this girl. And like I said, I don't mean to disrespect her. I don't care about that. I just care about her being so naive and sweet. She walked right into her own murder. And nobody can say he forced her into his truck. So it's a black Denali or something. You can see her calmly getting into that truck, but you're out for gas. So why would you get in the truck talking to a grown old ass man like that? I mean, he looked older than her. Why were you talking to him? Why you did? And then they blame her daddy. I don't blame her daddy. I don't blame nobody. Why didn't she just get her goddamn gas and take her motherfucking ass home to her daddy? This would have never happened. She was out there doing some other shit that she didn't want her dad and mama to motherfucking know, because we see her right there. Why would you calmly get into that ugly Scarface motherfucker truck? You see, unless you was with some shit this nigga's with. You own some shit he own. You want to sell your little pussy, sell your little throat, and come on back home, and that's fine. She just should have did that in a way where she had a nigga or somebody backing her up and coming up, well, she going to your house, nigga, I'm going to. Then get on that phone and let them know where she at, the description of this nigga, description of the truck, the tag number, something. I mean, she went over there by herself, Lord God. He butchered that girl and threw that girl like she's some kind of dead pig over that bridge, and this motherfucker do that shit all the time. And nobody, yes, thank you, Kim. There's never going to be any healing because you're not dealing with humanity. You're dealing with the animal that looks like a human, a psychopath with no empathy and no emotions or considerations for a fucking human being. It will never be an equal playing field when you're sitting down with a murderer who likes to consume human flesh and you don't know it. You're walking right into death because she wasn't going to live through that. He couldn't even have a decent sexual financial encounter with her. He had to beat her and rape her and abuse her little body and inflict pain and then take her life out of her because he gets off on stealing souls, taking souls, the bone collector. Yeah, I'm just saying, you don't sell some pussy, goddamn it, then shit, sell the pussy with some goddamn it wisdom and knowledge instead of it. You know, I've talked to prostitutes before. I've always have. You know, some of them are high class and got sense on deal with wealthy men. They might not even have to fuck them. I don't know women that prostitute with judges, and sometimes the judge, they don't even want to fuck. They just want them to listen to their problem with their wife or how their day was, and they just sit there and want somebody to fucking talk to. Then people like him. And I've always told them, why do you take a chance? They feel like it ain't gonna happen to them, and some of them, nothing does happen to them. And they have spiritual, or they might deal with Babalaos, Ephah priests that put protection on them, so that kind of thing doesn't happen to them. But sometimes it does. A lot of people feel like that's never gonna happen to me. But one thing is for sure, you're gonna die like everybody else. You came in this motherfucker, we're gonna all leave the same way. You kind of setting yourself up to leave quickly, fucking with some unknown, random, goddamn undocumented ass trick, and we don't know what this man has done. It's clearly he's done this before he got here. He has a bloodlust to do things like this to women. So I always tell you should never go alone to a room or a house with someone you don't know. Sometimes pimps do come in handy, not the ones that beat you up, not the gorilla pimps. Well, your girlfriend, somebody knowing and them being right outside. So you got a certain amount of minutes and you give them the money. So the girl don't have the money. And because they can beat her while she's fucking them and take the money. I know a lot of cases like that. You got somebody out there and they're armed. See, he does that to women, but he won't do that to no fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? And these women think I'm cute. I can handle myself. He just wants to fuck me. I can go. No, you can't. Especially with someone that's untrackable like that and undocumented that you don't know, and it's not one of your regular motherfucking tricks. It's just ways that could have been avoided. So I can't. That's not my pussy. That's they pussy. That's your pussy. That's your mouth. You do what you want to do with the shit. All I try to do is tell you to do it safely. But I'm not finna beat nobody up and judge nobody because they sell they pussy that belong to them. Just like somebody came in there, and this has been, we've always done this. We've all had, not all women, but a lot of women have more heat in their ass and spirits on them. Well, even as a little girl, you might get raped, or somebody might try to do it because you're born with those spirits on you. Those sensual, spiritual, magical, seductive spirits on you, where people can't help it. They be drawn to you and want to stick some dick all up in you, or bitches want to eat your pussy. You know, it's something you can't help. So once you realize that's what you are, and instead of letting people put you down and get mad because people are drawn to you, you have to learn how to honor and embrace that inner hoe. But you don't have to let everybody fuck her. You just build her up, and you recognize the beauty in her and that energy in you, but you don't have to sell your pussy. You can sell your pussy game without anybody ever pulling your drawers down. It's different levels to the shit. But that's up to you how you freak your shit. That don't mean you got a prostitute and let everybody fuck you and put dicks in your mouth. Because you're using your energy, you just pull it up into the pituitary, the pineal, the hypothalamus. You freak your shit from the spiritual plane. That's what I do. And people, I finally embraced my pussy. When my mother and all the people in my family always put me down about this, and I'm 4, 5, 6 years old, you a hoe, you gonna grow up here. I don't even know what that is. And then grown men want to experience me as a little girl, 6 and 7. A lot of y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that is. I'm making you feel like it's something wrong with you. No, it's you sick, and your nigga sick for you to even expose me to this, trying to turn me out. And I don't even know what the fuck this is or what this means. So I hate it. I'm a late bloomer. I guess better late than never, because I embrace all that pussy energy, all that prostitute energy, all that sexual, and whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I embrace me. That's what I'm born as. That's how I am. That's the energy on me. I can't help that. I was called, goddamn it. I'm chosen, goddamn it. Called and motherfucking chosen. And it said many called through a chosen. You got that spirit on you. You can either let people fuck you up, niggas fuck you up and tell you that's what you're supposed to do and let them use you and abuse you and shit. Or you can stand in that energy, rise in that energy, and keep your pussy to your motherfucking self until your real motherfucking man come along. And know how to respect that and treat that, and you just in a one-on-one relationship. Like I said, I already know what kind of energy I got, and that spiritual sexual energy I got, all that Scorpio and all that motherfucking Sag, which deal with life, death, fucking sucking, regeneration, transformation with that Sag. So I keep her in the corner. See, everybody can't experience her. Everybody can't meet her. Everybody can't see her. But do I embrace her? Do I groom her? Do I accept all that shit? Yes, the fuck I do, but that don't mean that everybody finna taste that and feel that and see that and feel, When you know who you are, you ain't gotta do that unless that's just what the fuck you want to do. You know, and like I said, I'm not judging. It ain't for me to judge. I just want people, because it could be a phase you're going through, or you could be a yogini. Some people might teach couples how to fuck, or teach people how to fuck, like a sacred prostitute, a spiritual sexual prostitute. But I just encourage being careful spiritually, and being careful sexually, and being careful spiritually. Like somebody gonna physically, like somebody gonna try to come up, yeah, well, you know, you're a beautiful woman or something. Then thought, yeah, but somebody bleaching. I said, look, let me tell you something. If somebody have a skin problem, especially like I have had, and they don't want to walk around here blotched up and fucked up, because every culture deals with skin lightening and skin bleaching. The Koreans are some of the baddest motherfuckers and coldest motherfuckers with skincare in the world. And one thing you ain't gonna see them, a lot of Asians, is on no beach, sun and burning their body. They stay out of that sun. They are masters of skin lightening and perfection. That's why their skin's so fucking beautiful. but you don't say anything to them. But when somebody's considered black and they got a skin problem, their skin is uneven, they don't want to be white just because they evening out or lightening or exfoliating the skin to make it nice and even and getting rid of any blemishes and hyperpigmentation in a black neck, black booty cheek, black knees. It's basically like this, like I told a bitch, and I don't really give a fuck because I'm a real grown ass motherfucking woman. You ain't gonna whip my ass. You're gonna tell me what I can and can't do with my pussy, with my skin, with my motherfucking body. So it seemed like the bitch was directing the shit to me, and I don't really give a fuck. I make those products, I sell those products, I use those products, and I'm gonna continue to use them to get my skin looking the way I want it to fucking, and I don't want to be white. But do I want to look even? Do I want my skin to glow? Do I want it to be beautiful? Yes, I do. That's my life. It's my pussy. It's my body. It's my motherfucking choice. And the one thing about it, you ain't gonna fucking do nothing about it. You can talk about me all the fuck you want to, but you still ain't gonna change me not giving zero fucks about what you think and what the fuck you feel, because I had to go through this journey, not you. And I told the person, look, since you think you got the power to tell people what they can and can't do with their skin, how they can and can't look, go do that shit. But don't do it over here, because I don't think I have the power to do it. I ain't never had the power to do it. I can't tell nobody else how they want to look, how they should look, how they need to motherfucking look, what you can do, what you can't do. You can't bleach your skin. You can't line your skin. If you got uneven blemishes and black marks and shit, it seems like a black bitch will like to see you looking like that, and they'll be quiet then. Oh, no, they won't. They'll still talk about you then when you look fucked up and uneven. You need to get yourself together. You need to do something. Bitch, get off the camera and bitch, get off the film and stop taking pictures and ooh, look at this and ooh, look at that. Then when you do somebody in the evening, oh, she must have liked, she must have did. What the? I don't give a fuck. What you think about me? What you think about my life? Why are you a looking ass bitch? That's what I don't understand. Go find somebody your age and talk to and look at and criticize them, because those are the ones that will give a fuck about what you think and what you say, especially when you ain't feeding them, you ain't washing their ass, you ain't giving them soap to wash their ass or wash their clothes or pay their motherfucking rent. So maybe they'll listen to you. But like I told her, and for the last final thing, I'm grown. So you're not talking to me. You ain't telling me what I can and can't do with my ass and with my pussy and with my motherfucking skin. You can't, you ain't, you won't. And if you do, it don't mean shit, and you will get the fuck blocked the fuck out over here, because you don't mean shit to me, and your opinion don't mean shit to me. You think it's way all these black bitches done did me so fucking dirty, and the low down shit they've done to me. Do you really think that I, at this age, and all the hell I done gone through trying to trust and love and respect black women and what they have done to me, not all, but a lot have, do you really think that I would take a moment to cry or pull back using what I want to use and stop looking the way I want to look because a black bitch say so? When I know that this is a global market and women of all races, even white women, have hyperpigmentation and all types of blemishes and darker uneven skin. They go to the doctor, get taken care of it. They buy from other companies, but you don't say that to them. Why? Because you know you don't mean a goddamn thing to them. Then you want to make it a black issue, a psychological issue, a mental issue, but other people are using more of it to even their skin out, even white women to stay white, to stay pale. Korean, Asian women to stay pale and to stay even, but they don't have a problem. But bitch, you trying to slick say, I do? Yeah, I do. Uneven skin, feeling unattractive, blemishes, eczema. Yeah, that's the problem. And I am the fucking solution, bitch. Because I'm a natural motherfucking alchemist in this bitch. You ain't finna get it off of me. You ain't finna motherfucking help me and do nothing for me. And you ain't finna sanction me going around here looking like a goddamn zebra, bitch. None of you motherfuckers can't tell me. The only one that can tell me something is y'all that love me, support me, and donate me and had my back when I was fucking sick and almost motherfucking died. All this other shit. And these other bitches trying to slick tell me, well, you know, you can't do this. No, it's not self-hating. It's self-love. It's self-preservation. If I got fucked up skin and scales and black spots on me, an uneven skin on me and I want it off. It's not self-hate. It's not want to be white. It's wanting me to be even and my skin to be flawless and be beautiful. And if you can't understand that, I'm not going to try to convince you of that. I'm convinced of that. I don't give a fuck. And you don't know about how many other so-called black women of color that deal with those issues that come to me to right them and correct them. So take your opinion somewhere else, because if you keep saying it and you say something I don't want to fucking hear, you just getting blocked. Because at this age and with all the hell I done went through with black bitches and all that fake ass shit and being too nice with no boundaries, had them rob me, lie on me, tell filthy sexual lies on me that they cannot to this day fucking prove. Do you think I give a fuck about what they think and what the fuck they say? And some of y'all, the ones I've seen that say that shit, bitch, go look in the mirror, because see, most of you that say that shit, you're going to have a horse emoji or a goddamn rainbow bright emoji where I can't see your real face any fucking way, while I've always let you see mine. So it's easy to be a computer gangster and say shit on the keyboard with a picture looking like Ronald McDonald or a fucking rat or something where I can't see your real motherfucking face. Y'all always want to talk behind a keyboard and behind a fucking emoji. But some of the ones I have seen that did that and lied on me and about me and stole shit from me, you're really not that cute, bitch. But you want to tell me, and you're younger than me, and that's what I don't understand. 20, 30, 40 years old, you over here trying to tell me how to live my life, what I can and can't do with my pussy, my skin, what I can and can't say, and then lying on me and trying to get close to me like you love me and set me to fuck up, be stolen from, or be killed. Go play with somebody your own age. Because now I don't give a fuck. I only give a fuck about people who give a fuck about me and that's going to be here when I need you. And I don't care what race you are. I don't care what ethnic group. I don't care what culture you are. As long as you love and respect me, you the only one I'm going to listen to. You don't, because I know that I mean something to you. You really fucking care about me and you down for me. Other than that, I don't want to hear the shit. Because you're not going to change me. You're not going to destroy me. You're not going to motherfucker stop me. It do matter, Gail, because if you're younger than me, you have no business over here. Go play with and fuck with. I've dealt with this my whole life and I'm tired of it now, and I'm not going to deal with this shit no more. If you're younger than me, why are you over here? Go play with somebody your own age. Go talk to somebody where what you say matters, because it don't matter to me. Shit. Okay, yeah, Aaliyah, I don't think you're a handsome bitch, but you ain't never said nothing out the way to me. You ain't, you know what I'm saying, never disrespected me. I'm talking about the ones that do, but most times they won't let you see them. That's what I'm saying. Wow, it's like, why these are always younger people coming over here. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. Fine, yeah, I'm older, so why you want to come and try to check me when I've lived longer than you. I've experienced the worst of life, worse than you, and I've survived it and still stood and worked very hard to not look like what I've been through. And you think that what you say means something to me? You look like a desire. I like that name. That's a pretty name. I always gonna find just like to find people to fuck with, but I'm unfuckwittable, bitch. I'm like these cockroaches, bitch. You try to destroy them, they exterminate them. The motherfuckers been around longer than you. And 1,000 you try to squash them. It's 10 more of them gonna 10,000 gonna come back. You think you mean something to me? You don't. The only ones that, like I said, it means something to me, that's love me, that's here when I need them. You said no matter how old you get, you keep yourself up. They gonna say, yeah, Gail, I know that now. I know, yeah, Tanya. But a lot of these people, you can hear them. I watch the videos, people be saying stuff to them and And I used to be like that. I'm not like that no more. You know, that this person said this and this person did, and they'll pick out the most negative, and you could tell that they fucks with them, they don't fuck with me. I've had so much dirty shit done to me, unprovoked, that I didn't even do anything to deserve that shit from Black women. You really, really think that I really give a fuck about your opinion at this point? I don't, because I know a lot of them want me dead and in the ground, and they ain't going until I motherfucking get ready. So I don't entertain all that negative shit. I'm going to do me. I'm going to live for me. And that's why, I've been called a whore so many times, but I'm not a whore. And nobody has been able to come out yet to prove that I was. So when I see somebody prostituting or having to survive, I am not going to put them down, because I understand. I don't know what their life is, and I don't know what they're going through, and I don't know. But you got a pussy, and if somebody want to buy some of it, what the fuck that got to do with me? Long as you ain't fucking no nigga, I'm fucking. Long as none of my niggas don't want to stick in you, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't passing no diseases and shit around. What the fuck that got to do with me? I don't sit up and judge. I mean, I have judged about abortion. I don't really like that, but even that ain't none of my business unless it's me or a child of mine, or it ain't nothing that I control. So I don't really even really get into those things too much. You see, you ain't got to give a fuck. Just don't be. What are you saying? I missed that. I can feel the way I want to feel, and I will tell you, and I meant what I said, and I'm going to say it one more time. Yeah, I'm scorned. Yeah, I'll never trust no bitch because she Black. Yeah, I never let them in my money. Yeah, I'll never let them handle my things. I'm not saying I won't have an assistant again, but it won't be like it was. No, I'm not going to be wide open no more. No, I'm not dealing with strangers with no boundaries. No, I'm not trusting people no more. So if you want to call that scorn, you can call that scorn, but that's just doing good business. And the problem was I wasn't doing good business, trying to be kind to people, trying to be friends with women, trying to set up grassroots with women, trying to do business with women and not making all the legalities around it, and being a good person and expecting the same thing. That's not being scorned. That's being stupid. Not having any paperwork because people laugh and talk, and you laugh and talk, and you think they cool. I love the Vagina Power Movement. I love what you're doing with Nipsey. I just want to help. My spirit told me. No, you can't come to me and tell me your spirit told you a goddamn thing no more unless you're willing to put that paper and pen. Now, if you want to call that being scorned, you can go ahead. But I call that finally having some goddamn common sense and fucking business sense, and stop trying to deal with Black women from a place of love, especially when it's dealing with business and money. And they've gotten close to me, and like they love me and care, and then steal my money and try to destroy my business and destroy my reputation. So if that's what you want to call scorn, dear, then that's what it is. But from now on, I see it as doing good business. Because Black bitches ain't been good to me. So I'll be that. If that's what being scorned is, and handling things in paperwork, I'd rather be scorned than be friendly and being kind to people, and they take you for a sucker and they take it for a weakness. That's stupidity. And keep doing that shit and expecting something different from a Black bitch that come to you and knowing she don't mean you no good to fucking begin with. So yeah, you want that to be scorned? I'd rather be that than what it has been. And I encourage all of you to be that way. Because a lot of these Black bitches don't mean you no goddamn good. Laugh and talk with you, and somebody sick up on you, a bitch or a nigga or your ex. You don't know who the fuck put them on you. And then rob your ass blind, then get out and tell some lies to cover up the fact of what they did, so they won't be accountable for it, and then say it's you and call you a whore and all this shit, knowing that they set your motherfucking ass up. Now, that doesn't guarantee anything just because you have contracts with people, and you still might sue them and get a judgment on get your money. But I still rather be on that side of the game, scorned, doing business, than unscorned and like a child in a grown person's body, being kind to people and they take you for a fucking sucker. Nah, that's right, Tanya. So if that's going, baby, I be that. Now I embrace that. I hate it took so long to embrace that and not wanting to believe that black bitches are like that, but a lot of them are. No good, nothing ass bitch. Just because it's a black woman don't mean she in vagina power and she got power. There's a lot of conniving, dirty ass black bitches out here. Just like my bitch, all these bitches lying on me, and the other bitch, Shannon, I had to get a restraining order on 2 years ago, lying on me. She don't like black women. She don't talk to dark-skinned women. Really, the bitch Mina that just stole from me is dark as hell and not really attractive. But I trusted her and kept the secret that she was stealing from me for like 3 years now. But I don't like dark-skinned women. Those are the ones that did it. If you look at a picture of her, Wilhelmina Crowley, dark skin and not really cute. She stole more from me and lied to me, on me, and about me and my son than anybody. But I don't like dark-skinned women. Yeah, I won't now. Because see, I don't judge color. But I didn't like her, but she was all in my business, stealing like a motherfucker. And then tried to buy dick from my son. And I said, please don't be taking my money. Wouldn't give me my password, stealing out of my Cash App, not my bank, because she never had any banking information from me. Set the Cash App up, supposed to give me the password, and started stealing from day one, which means that's what she came to do. So I don't like dark-skinned women. No, they clearly don't, darker skin, they clearly don't like me because she did that to me. I never stole from anybody, and I never fucking will. If I don't have it, I'll find a way to work and go without it until I can get it on my own. Never stole a dime from no fucking body. But dark-skinned women stole from me. So take that bullshit somewhere else and don't try to give me no fucking pep talk, because I'm in my grown woman state of mind now, and no bitch will ever fucking do that shit to me again. I will never trust a bitch because she black to get close to me and do that fucking shit again. So I will be scorned. I've learned my lesson. I ain't trusting no black bitch no more because they consider themselves black. And I love you. And okay. Okay, and this goes for all of you that have been through what the fuck I've been through. Hey, Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated. Why you miss me, baby? I be here all the time. I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, them fake pictures be funny. What fake pictures, Lil Haru? What fake pictures? You said 75, keeping it alive. You can't judge people based on race and ethnic groups. You can't judge people based on color. A lot of y'all are loyal to people because they so-called black and a certain color, and you're getting fucked. Oh. Oh, what do you mean, Lil Haru trolls? That's what you said. You said fake pictures. Who takes fake pictures? Because I never said anybody takes fake pictures and I don't know anything about them. So who are you referring to? Ain't nobody messing shit up for me. Everybody make their choices. I judge people individually based on the choices that they make. And won't be happening to me. Do not won't miss. I don't care what people think, what they say. When it's time to do business, that's what I'm going to do. I will never be cool with no black bitch no more because they black. Especially when you're talking about getting in my business, handling funds for me, then want to be personal with me and want to suck my son's dick while you stealing my money, buying him stuff, pretending that it's your money. I established my business it was before 2006 public access. It's my business I established by myself, trademark, copyrights, write, direct, produce, and all my things. This bitch then was to come on, act like she's assistant, steal our passwords, try to steal our pages and say that they're hers and they belong to her and you have rights to them, ain't done no work, ain't built no foundation, ain't created nothing. I created all my work. My son created all his work, all his musics, all his writing, directing, producing. We did this all by ourselves. And then a black bitch wants to come and try to steal it and say that it's yours and then sit on it and then steal from me and then suck my son's dick and fuck him and then want us to sell in your house and move to Atlanta and have babies with him and be in my house. Why would I want a black female that has targeted me to rob me, to extort from me, to steal from me, to try to take everything that me and my son created? And you're filthy, you're a liar, you're trash, you're evil, you're a dirty ass black bitch, dirty ass fuck, and like to steal to get your money instead of work for it and own it. Then open your ass, have some children, and I have to tolerate evil, disgusting grandchildren walking around, came out of the mind and the ass of somebody that's stealing from me, robbing me, lying to me, lying about me, lying about my son. Why would I want a female to give birth to children that's in my family walking around and you have done the filthy, disgusting things you've done and deal with your DNA and your genetics in my family for another generation of stealing? A dirty, low-down black bitch, a thief, a liar, want to come out life just to steal. And now you want to dig your heels in deeper and gap your ass open and have some children and talking about marrying him. And now I'm stuck with this so you can go deeper into a legacy that I built and my son built and keep stealing and using children to do it and a marriage to do it. I would never want a female like that around me. And I would never want grandchildren around me of a filthy liar, a thief, somebody that low class and disgusting. Because you only came into my life to do one thing: rob, kill, and destroy. Instead of create your own legacy, create your own show, create your own shit. No. So I'll be a scorned bitch. It's gonna stay that way. But anyway, so a lot of your friends, I don't have no friends, were proved to be enemies because that's what they came for, baby. And I didn't even know it until one day. It was a young lady that was mailing my packages and stuff for me, and I asked her to use her Cash App. And she said, it was earlier this year, either last year, oh, you know, she must be jealous. All them Cash App people sending you. And I said, why would she be jealous? Because all that money you get, I knew then that's why she was stealing from me. She was jealous of me to begin with. To steal from me and say, oh, all that money, I'll be jealous, all that money. And yeah, and that's why she pretended to be such a good assistant and a friend to steal. And every dollar she took from me will be taken from her. Every blessing she got will be a curse. Everything she stole from me will be stolen from her 10 times 3.